Hi, it's Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and in this video we're going to talk about the habits and routines part of the home workout ecosystem. So you've taken the test and you've got your result, and there's probably some things you could be doing better. We could all do things better. So I'm going to go over some of the key things I talk about with clients and how they have improved their home workouts and how they prepare for their home workouts. So the habits and routines covers all the things that you would do around a workout. So how you would prepare for that workout, maybe the habits you have when you're doing your workout, and also the habits that you have after your workout. The idea is you want to make the whole experience of doing your workout as easy as possible, easy for you to do as possible, so that the workout's challenging, you enjoy it, and afterwards you have a routine that takes you out of the workout and then back into your home life. Because there's nothing worse than coming off a workout and immediately having to jump into a meeting or Zoom meeting or something else which really doesn't give you the good experience that you want from training at home. So let's go into pre-workout stuff first. There's a technique I use called anchoring with clients. It's a neuro-linguistic programming technique because I'm an NLP coach, qualified coach years and years ago. And what we do with anchoring is we make sure that we're building up towards the workout. So it's no good just doing your work at home, then, all right, I'm going to get up and now I'm going to do a workout. There's no preparation, your mind isn't prepared, your body really isn't prepared, and so when you go into your workout, it's not very good, it's half-assed really, isn't it? So because you're just trying to do it to get stuff done. So what we want to do instead is build up to the workout. So some of the things I do with clients is we say, right, we always have workout clothes. There's a video in my YouTube called The Importance of Being Batman where I cover this in more detail. Really what you need to do is have workout clothes that you only wear when you're working out. Now, if you are working from home, it's quite possible that you'll be sat around all day in sort of lounge wear or comfortable clothes, because no one sits in a suit really when they're working from home, do they? So you might be wearing your workout kit and then you think, I'm going to go and do my workout after that. The problem is that if you've been working, as in working on your business or whatever, for 2 or 3 hours, when you go to do your workout, you're still in your business clothes for that day. Your mind is still in this business mode. You haven't had a change of state. So the changing of the state is mental as well as physical. So changing into clothes sends a signal to your mind that you're about to change and do something different, and you have this in the morning. Say if you're in your pajamas and you get ready, get into your business suit, you're saying you're going to work that day. When you come home, you get out your business suit, you get into your pajamas or your lounge kit or whatever, or your workout stuff if you're going to the gym, and so you're changing that state. So you wouldn't go to the gym in a suit. In the same way, you don't want to do your home workout in your stuff that you've been wearing for your work at home. So when I'm working at home, I'll always be in my workout clothes. This is sort of stuff I live in, basically, in my baggies and my tops and stuff like that. But if I go to the gym or I do train at home, because I do train from home sometimes, then I will be changing. So even though these baggies aren't dirty and they're perfectly fine to train in, I will change into another pair to signify to my body that I am going, and my mind, that I'm going to do a different type of training. So there's one point of the anchor. The second point of the anchor is to have some sort of potentially sort of pre-workout snack. Now this can be a pre-workout drink. I would say that things like coffee and tea are probably not a good idea unless you only have coffee and tea before you do a workout. The reason for that is that if you're having coffee and tea at other points during the day, having a coffee does not signify that something's about to change. It just signifies that you're having a coffee. So it could be a signal for anything, coffee when you get up in the morning, coffee, before you have a meeting, whatever. So you want to have a drink or a snack that's unique to that training environment. So for example, you might want to have a pre-workout, like a pre-workout drink or half a pre-workout drink or something like that, or like a Red Bull or a Monster, something that you don't normally have at normal times of the day. And that will be a sort of signal for, right, now we're taking on the nutrition for the workout. Even if it's like a low-calorie squash or something, I drink a lot of Vimto and orange squash and stuff like that, and that can be a signal. It's just a signal to your body, trying to trigger all the senses here. So the taste is part of that. So having your pre-workout drink, a unique drink that you only have when you go to work out. That's important. You might want to have a snack as well. So some of my clients have like a banana before they train, and they only have a banana before they train because that's their signal that they're having their pre-workout nutrition. So that's another anchor point. And what we're doing with these points, we're laying down anchors that then say to ourselves, we're going to have a really good workout. The other thing is that people don't, and I'll come on to this in one of the key things, is people don't allocate enough time. But we'll talk about time in one of the other videos. But basically, people when they're training from home generally tend to leave home workouts as sort of like, oh, I got 10 minutes, right, I'll do a workout, not planning out what they're doing. So part of the habit side of things is to make sure you have put into your diary your workout time. So you are then thinking, right, well, I'm going to have my workout at that time. But like I said, that's more into the moment part of the home workouts ecosystem. But the habit of doing that comes into your habits and routines elements. So you need to get into the habit of thinking about when you're going to have your workouts, and into the habit of also doing them, so that you send into your body, right, I've made that plan, I've said to myself I'm going to train at that time, and then you do train at that time. It's no good to say to yourself, oh, I'm going to train on Monday, because that's all of Monday then. And if you haven't got a time to yourself, say I'm going to train at 2 p.m. on Monday for 1 hour, then you are saying to yourself, you're putting a habit and a routine in place that nothing else can come into that time, or nothing else can affect you at that time, because you are working out, you are training. So think about the habits and routines you can apply specifically to a workout that you're going to do. That's before. Then during, make sure you've got a drink that you have to hydrate yourself when you're training. It's very important to hydrate when you're training. People don't sort of get this enough, is that hydrating during training is sort of like it almost analogizes to like a top up of your energy. So drinking water is okay. Generally, I don't really like just the taste of water, so I have some squash or something like that when I train, just to give me some taste. So some sugar-free squash like drinks or something. It also hydrates you, and especially if you're training in a garage or something else, it might be cold. There's actually a medical thing here. If you don't hydrate properly, you reduce your saliva in your mouth, and then what happens is you reduce your protection against URTIs, like airborne viruses, because they come in through the mouth, and saliva tends to protect against that. So there's a medical reason to that as well. But also keeping hydrated during a workout is really important. So make sure you do have a drink that you're hydrating, and make sure you've got it with you, so that you don't have to get up out of your garage or your training area or whatever, and then have to go to the kitchen to get a drink, because then you get sidetracked by all things in the kitchen, or what's on telly, or your kids, oh daddy, mummy, whatever. You want to make sure that if you're in your training environment, you stay in there. That's a really good habit. Don't go out of your training environment until you are finished, because if you do, you will get sidetracked, because you're at home and there's lots of distractions at home. I'm in my home now, and I have my laptop just here, and my TV and everything else. My training environment is right behind there, by the window. So I train looking out into the farmland over there. But if I was to then leave that little matted area there and go into my bedroom or whatever, then there would be distractions there that would potentially stop me getting my drink and then going and then going back to my workout. So make sure you've got it with you. Make sure you've got that habit in place. So that's during. And also a good habit to have is to log your workouts. So make sure you are tracking what you're doing, because home workouts can become very boring, and you might not feel as though you're accomplishing anything. So it's if you go into the gym, there's other factors around, other senses around that make you enjoy the experience more. But if you're in your home and you're training at home, where potentially you're by yourself, or you've got distractions from your family or whatever, you need to have some way of tracking and logging that workout. And it's really important to do that, because then you can see the progress you've been making. You can look at the time you spent, how many reps you did, whatever. You can log it and you can track it. It's a really good habit to get into, because then you can see progress when you're moving forward. Now, some people use an app. With my clients, I have a training app with all the exercises, and they can log whatever they're doing. If you use a pen and paper, that's absolutely fine. Just log something, log what you've done. Just log that you've trained for 30 minutes, because every time you're ticking that box that you're training, it's saying to myself, I'm voting for my leaner and fitness lifestyle. If you don't log it, then there's no evidence. And no, you know you've done it, but it's nice to see it that, oh, I trained 4 times this week, I trained 5 times this week. It gets you into that habit of, oh, I log my workout, oh, I did this. And every time you're doing that, you're making a vote towards where you want to be, And if you don't log it, you haven't got that mind connection that you're actually doing something good. Because something bad will happen, say like you're ill for a few days, and then all that training I've done is just negated. When actually, if you look at the 30 workouts you've done prior to having 2 days off, actually it's not. But you won't know that until you log everything. So logging what you're doing is really important. And then we come into the post-workout. I would say it's important to have some sort of post-workout snack, because that's the end. So you have your pre-workout at the beginning, you have a drink in the middle, and then you have your snack at the end, which is the signal. Again, we're talking about pre-signals and then end signals. So you have your snack at the end, and you only have that snack after you finish training. That's the signal to your mind that you're now not training. You finish training, so you can stop that state of mind and then move into something else. That's quite important, because if you've been fired up for your workout and then you don't have no mental end, you might go into a Zoom workout with your boss and you're still jacked up. Probably not the best thing to be doing. So you need to have a signal to yourself that you're stopping, and now you're moving into another state of mind. So some people have like a protein shake. That's a pretty safe one to have. You're never going to get fat eating more protein. So protein shake is one of them. Some of my clients have a banana and protein shake, maybe yogurt, something like that. But make sure that snack is something that is you don't have at other times of the day, or you don't have unless you're exercising, because otherwise it won't be the signal you want. It will just be, oh, I've had a banana or I've had a yogurt. So make sure you've got that signal that what you're eating or taking in is your post-workout snack. So you can have that. You can have scoop of protein is absolutely fine for that. Or maybe you have like some vitamins or something you take after workout, or whatever you do, make sure it's unique to that time. And then afterwards, obviously, we've changed into clothes to go into the workout. Now we change out of the clothes to signify that we're changing our mental state again. So all these anchoring points are coming in, saying to your body, yes, I'm starting to train, and at the end, now I've finished training. And you can condense that experience into one. Otherwise, let's see an example. What can happen here is if you train and then you go into a Zoom meeting and have a bad meeting with whoever's any difficult customer or whatever, because you haven't changed your state, the mind will associate that negative feeling still with your workout. So you'll get this thing about going to a workout and then you have a negative feeling. That's not what you want. You don't want negative feelings to be associated with workouts. So changing the state means that if you change your state, you had a good workout, great, let's change out of that, let's have our snack, everything else. Go to our meeting. Well, it doesn't matter if we do have a bad meeting, we do have a negative feeling from that, because that will be associated with that meeting. It won't then be carried on the coattails into your workout. So those are the habits. Prepare yourself before, get that sequence of events leading up to it, and make sure you do those sequence of events every single time. The more you do them, the more it become entrenched in your mindset that this is happening, we're going to train. And then when you come out of it, this has happened, we're now coming out of training. So those are the habits to have. Make sure you've got your clothes, your snacks, your smells, tastes, all those things triggering your senses to train. And then afterwards, the same to come down from it. And if you need any help with sort of habits and stuff like that, there's other videos I've done, things like home workout, how to get motivated for home workouts, all those videos that are on my YouTube you can look at. There's other videos and other advice there. I want to keep this video as short as possible. There's some tips. Read the text that comes with your report. That'll give you some more ideas. And I hope that you enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the next one.